is not a test. This is rock and roll.
I wake up every morning in a bed that's too small, drive my daughter to a school that's too expensive, and then I go to work to a job for which I get paid too little.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. We can stay up late, swapping manly stories, and in the morning, I'm making waffles.
You're waking up with the Morning App on 90.5 WASU.
It's the Morning App with a brand new crew and a super, super old intro. I don't want to know how old that is. We got to replace that ASAP. I'm Loopy. We got Justin. We got Kiera. We got Lexi. We're the crew for this year. Hopefully we don't cause you to go straight back to bed. That would be the opposite of what we want to accomplish. I'm incompetent in the morning. So welcome back to school.
Yes, welcome back to school.
Yes, is everybody gonna get ready and get used to waking up at 6:30 in the morning now?
Oh,
I guess
yeah.
now that you're on the show.
So fun.
Oh, man.
Love doing that.
Yeah, how's everybody's morning? Was that very easy to just wake up?
No, I came in early. Late. I woke up early.
I was like, you came in.
Arrived very late. I think that's probably going to be pretty status quo for me. I did pretty well.
That's all right. Listen, I get it.
Yeah. How was everybody's first week? Was it hard? Like, was it easy? Like going into like your senior year now? Everybody's a senior here, right?
Yeah.
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 Everyone's a senior.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Recognizing like everyone in my classes felt good because I feel like senior year is the first time I'm going in and I'm like, oh, I already know all these people.
Yeah, and you actually know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
You know
it's
where all
a
the
little less
classrooms
scary.
are. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was about to say, one thing, did you guys like notice like the freshmen this year? Like, was it very easy to like spot them out compared to like, I guess like past years or so? I'm not really sure. But.
I feel like there's always telltale signs of like freshmen, no matter what year it is, because
How so?
they're usually a little.
What, like maps and stuff, or like the
well,
big book bags?
like like the little lanyard that they get at orientation. Like a lot of them will still wear that.
Wait,
That's
stop.
with their
Wait, really?
key on.
Yeah, with their
the
key on
dorm
it.
key on it. Yeah.
Wait, stop. Are you being serious? Like,
Yeah. No, I'm
Oh,
serious.
people wear it around. Yeah, for sure. It's hilarious.
Did you guys do that? I didn't do it. I was just like, okay, let me just like maybe like the day before class, like I just like went around campus like checking out like where my classes were going to be at, but I never wore like the lanyard. Okay.
No, like that's like a thing. I don't know.
With just the
It
key and sometimes the app card you see.
Yeah,
on
the app
lanyard
card will
with the
be
key
on
and the
it
app
as
card.
like with the key.
Yeah, they're always ready, man. They're ready for the worst.
Bless
Yeah.
your souls. Okay. Well, Nate, you?
I mean, for like discovering freshmen, like knowing where they are or who they are, I think they just have like this look of hope in their eyes
Hope?
that they don't know what is coming.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
facts,
an
yeah.
it's an innocent hope,
Yeah.
not knowing the future.
Hey, their futures
Hey.
are bright though. I feel
yeah.
like they'll be fine.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
if you, I mean, I think a lot of college is actually just going to class and doing the work.
Yeah.
Right.
You're probably
Facts.
gonna do fine.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, high school like really made me think that college was going to be the worst experience. Like they were like, you're going to be writing a paper every single night. Be ready for so much work. And then I came here. High school was worse for me than
Yeah,
college,
high school was a
so-
lot. Like it was a lot because there was also like sports and like National Honor Society and like all these other things and like you can do extracurriculars here too, but like it's not the same. Like you have so much more
Yeah.
time in
I
college.
was about to say you're literally on your own, like here. Like,
Yeah.
Versus like having family and like other friends to like attend
Yeah.
to back at home. So
Exactly. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's great though.
Yeah.
And then we also have football next week. Hopefully, like App State like won't mess it up this time. Will
Yeah.
be great.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, like last year, I'm not like for the freshmen that are listening right now, we were top 25 for like that split second, and then
Yeah.
for like literally
Yeah,
4 minutes
literally-
and then we
literally
were
4
fine.
minutes.
Yeah, I was going to
Yeah.
say. It was
hey, this year maybe we might do it. We have don't we have like USC and UNC on the schedule?
Yes,
That is
we
right.
do.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the first game? I'm not sure who we're going against yet. I literally don't know. I know we're playing Saturday, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're definitely
we-
playing
yeah.
Saturday.
Literally none of us know. Please stop. Wait.
No, we don't know.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just
Okay,
planning on
Lexi's like,
going.
we're
I
the
don't really know
worst.
who's playing.
Okay,
I just
Lexi was like looking like, I was like, okay.
I was trying to think.
No
I feel like
way.
I know.
Okay.
Like someone told me.
But we still have like the
I
core back
forgot.
and everything, right?
What,
what?
is
Should
this
be
weekend
fine.
the 31st?
Right, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're playing
Do we,
East
like, not
Tennessee.
know
East
anything right
Tennessee.
now?
Wait, yeah, that's right. East Tennessee.
Okay.
East Tennessee. I knew that.
That's
Okay.
what I was
Yeah,
told.
yeah.
Okay.
I just couldn't remember.
Wait, do we know what weekend it is? Okay, nobody knows.
For what?
Like this weekend? Like what's the date? Like
8:31.
Yeah,
Okay.
August
August
31st.
31st.
Okay, I was like stressing. I was like, okay, I really don't know what's going on.
He's like, I
Okay.
actually don't know the football
I gotta
schedule.
be honest. When you said August 31st, I thought Halloween in my mind.
Yeah, just
That's how
31st of
early
anything,
this
I
is.
would
to
Every time
me.
I hear the 31st,
Yep.
I'm like, oh, Halloween.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so we've looked at, or we haven't looked at anything. We've talked about finding freshmen, but what about when you were the freshman? Is there anything weird that happened that you didn't expect, or completely wrong aspirations or ambitions that you had going into college? I know something immediately, so I'll let you.
Yeah.
I'll let it
go for
simmer.
it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Moving into college is usually a very dramatic time.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
Of
Were you-
course.
were you
People
good?
crying, all that kind of crap.
Yeah.
Me.
No, I
crying.
no, I didn't cry, and for one main reason: coming into town on 421, right by the movie theater, that big hill, stopped traffic in front of us, so we stopped. 4 seconds later, we're rear-ended by a car at full speed, totaling our van and destroying a lot of my stuff in the car on move-in day. So that was funny. But the best part is that 2 cars behind us ran into us.
Yeah.
And it was a mother in one car and a daughter in the other car. And it was the mother's fault, but she blamed the daughter and got it official on her. Pretty hilarious.
That's really bad.
Oh, my
yeah.
gosh.
That's
Yeah,
really
but
bad.
every now and then, even though I'm a senior now, I'll still find small pieces of black glass from the rear window of that minivan in my stuff. Every now and then, I'll be
Saying
like,
what?
rip.
Oh my gosh.
Putting a shirt on in the morning, you're like, what the? This is black glass.
Yeah, it's
still
like,
from freshman
how
year?
did this stick around?
What the heck? Wow. That's weird.
I got like one weird story, but it's like second semester freshman year. I was like walking to class. I think it was what's that class between? Oh gosh, it's like between the library and Peacock. Is that the little building? Forgot the name of it.
Oh, I know.
Oh, Chapel Wilson?
There we go. Yeah, I was like walking
Yeah.
into there. I was like, okay, about to go ahead and take my finals and everything. And there's like a squirrel like right in front of the door. And I was like, all right, cool. We're like looking at each other and stuff. I don't know why I looked directly into the camera, but and I like opened the door and this dude like ran inside. I was like, holy crap, okay, this is happening right now. So then I chased him around the building and everything. Then we kind of lost him, and I like walked into class like crying and everything. It was like insane.
Wait, the squirrel?
Yeah, the squirrel like got into the building. I'm not sure if they ever got him out, but like I just
I
remember
hope
just, like,
so. It's
oh,
been
no.
4 years. Like,
yeah, I remember like I like went to like each classroom, was like telling professors like, hey, come out here, like there's a squirrel out here, but like nobody saw it. So he could totally still be in there for like all we know. We don't know.
Oh, man, I hope he got it.
Like I like walked into like my finals like 5 minutes like crying and stuff. She's like, just calm down, Mr. Lundy. Just go ahead and sit down. I was like, okay, sounds good. Just like crying
Oh my
and stuff.
God.
But I don't know. That happened. I remember like sophomore year, like people used to like pass by me like, oh my gosh, you're Squirrel Boy. I remember you, man. I was like, I have a name, Justin.
What a reputation to have.
Yeah, I
Oh
think it
my
kind of like
God.
faded out though. Like I'm
Yeah.
doing fine, but yeah, that was the thing. Not sure if like any of your friends ever told you about me, but yeah, that was the OG me. But hey, we've moved on to better things now. Now I'm here on the morning app. I feel great. Yeah.
From Squirrel Boy to the morning.
Yeah, I thought sophomore year was definitely going to peak. Like I was like, maybe I can like transfer out of here.
Oh
like
my
this is it. I don't know, but hey, I'm thriving now. I feel great. I'm happy to be here
Good.
with you guys. Yeah.
Oh my God. That's wild.
I don't know. I mean,
Slightly stressed.
my freshman year, gosh, I feel like I had a pretty normal freshman year. I think things went really smoothly. I'd say the weirdest thing for me was just getting used to seeing people, because I had a shared bathroom on my dorm hall, right?
Yeah, same.
So getting used to seeing people like washing their dishes in the bathroom,
Yeah, that was
and
weird.
like people like walking around the halls and sharing this huge bathroom, and like in their flip-flops and their shower shoes. There was one time I walked out of the bathroom because my roommate and I like to take showers at the same time so we could have conversations across the bathroom.
Yeah.
There's one time we walked out and we ran into like half the men's soccer team on our dorm floor. I was like, great, this is great. A good start to my freshman
Oh
year.
yeah.
Yeah, nice.
All right, that's one segment down for us. We'll get Lexi's answer here in a second. We're going to cut you off. This is the morning app.
The morning app on 90.5 WASU.
And now back to your favorite morning talk show, The Morning App on 90.5 WASU.
So I guess like right after we got off the air, Nate was like, "Hey, you had to tell your story about your freshman year experience or something."
My take on it.
Yeah. So what you got, Lexi? Anything embarrassing, sad, happy?
A lot of that.
Okay.
No, but the first thing that I thought of was when like I was first dropped off by my parents. They had like brought my dog, so it was extra sad, and like all of us were crying. Like I saw my dad cry, which like never happened. So I like couldn't even look at him because he was like tearing up, and I was like, no, I can't do it. And my dog was crying, if you know what that looks like, and my mom was like bawling her eyes out, and I was just like trying not to look at any of them, but also hug them. So it was kind of wild. But yeah, that's my first memory that I thought of from freshman year was actually being dropped off. My sister was there too, and she was also crying, but she's more of like she just hugs you really tight kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like it's
really
really
almost
senti.
worse when they like don't cry and they just hug you.
Yeah, and you can tell, but
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah, it's like almost
I cry,
worse.
so like
Yeah.
I'll just cry for you. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like fine. Yeah. So anyway, that's my really happy, fun story for freshman year.
Nice.
But yeah.
My bad.
No,
Okay.
it's fine.
Jeez, were you like the first one out of your house? I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes
So.
sense.
Oh yeah, the first child going off to college. That's hard.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, my mom was like an emotional wreck, and so was I. But it's okay because then I was saying that I like went to Walmart like 5 minutes later after they left, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go buy some random stuff to like distract myself from the fact that they all
Yeah.
just left, and I'm in a totally new place, and yeah, so that's my
Yeah. Walmart
freshman
retail
year.
therapy is the best retail therapy.
You're right.
But yeah, that experience was completely different than mine. Being the middle child, no one
yeah.
gives a crap, and then getting rear-ended, cars totaled. We're just like,
Yeah,
what do
that's
we
a
do about
completely
that
different
car?
experience.
Yeah.
than what I
On
had.
No
move-in
story can
day
top that.
in Boone,
Yeah.
the worst place for a move-in day. Oh man.
I was about to say we literally have like 3 roads, right? Like
Yep.
just 421
in Boone.
105.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. No biggie.
Just 3,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and everyone's on it at the same time.
It's great.
So,
it's crazy.
Yeah, I love Boone.
yep.
Gosh. And then this weekend we had Disney Expo. I'm not sure like
Yeah.
where was it located? I think it was in California or something like that.
Yeah,
but-
that would make
Probably
sense. Probably
California or Florida, maybe.
Yeah, one of the two. I don't know.
I don't
We'll
know. I
look it
really
up
don't know.
later. But they rolled out tons of new Disney movies. Well, I guess Disney Marvel movies is technically the same thing. That they're like on the way. It's not going to be Disney movies anymore. It's actually going to go more towards the show type of like Netflix type stuff, I guess. Disney Expo is going to start rolling out, and there's a ton of movies coming out. I guess what do I call it? I guess series now. Series
Yeah,
is going to be on
yeah,
Disney
yeah.
Expo. Okay,
Yeah.
keep saying movies. But Miss Marvel's on the way. Moon Knight, She-Hulk, and Black Panther 2 will be coming out in 2022. That just kind of
That's
freaked me out
insane.
when I read that this morning. I was like, wow, so that's like 2 years after college. I don't know where I'll be at.
Right.
No clue. Yeah.
It's kind of scary.
Really frightening.
Just
yeah.
like a thought to just like have in our heads. So yeah, just like be prepared for that. I
Right.
guess we'll like meet 2 years from now, right? Haha.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, and then Spider-Man, that's still a thing that's up in the air right now. If you guys know about it, I'm not sure if you guys know more information
Yeah,
about it than I do.
I only know
Think about
one
taking
thing
him out?
about Spider-Man, all right? And that's the actual, my name is Nate Saunders. The actual NateSaunders.com is not me. That's the guy who animated Into the Spider-Verse. So
Oh, no
I had to
way.
get
That's
NateSaunders.net. So
wild.
NateSaunders.com, screw you.
Did you like just realize that like last year or something? Like,
Yeah, when I try to get NateSaunders.com, I'm like, oh, it's taken. I go on the website and like the guy's reel is Into the Spider-Verse. And I was like, well, I
can't
guess
beat
you're just
that.
better than me. So
I mean, if
won't
you're gonna
compete.
have somebody take your website name, at least it was him.
Yeah, at least it wasn't some weirdo who's like, this is my page. He doesn't
Yeah.
put anything on it. It's like, yeah, come on, man.
Honestly, worst case scenario, someone thinks you're the other Nate Saunders and asks you about Into the Spider-Verse, and you're like, yeah, I did that.
Honestly,
Oh yeah, that was
Like,
me.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
being an imposter sounds pretty high. Like just whip out like, hey, you seen this?
It's like, check this out, man.
I
On
did that.
NateSaunders.com.
It's like most people are trying to, be like a superstar, someone famous, but he's the imposter of the Into the Spider-Verse guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
See, it's so subtle that you'll never second guess it. You'll
That's
just be
right.
like,
That's
yeah.
true.
You can't make it up.
Yeah, I would never
It's just
think
like,
you were
oh, of
lying if you
course.
told me that because it's
That's so
such a
cool.
random, specific thing, you know? So
Very.
I'd be like, he must be telling the truth.
Go for it, honestly. But I mean,
Yeah.
like, yeah, Spider-Man, he's still, I guess they're still up in there trying to negotiate whether he can be with Disney and Sony or both at the same time. People are like still freaking out about it, like, oh, because like the past, like, I guess 3 movies that Sony's like produced with Spider-Man, like it's just like Spider-Man 3, that was absolute mess with Tobey Maguire, and then Andrew Garfield, that never even happened because Disney was like, hey, we're gonna go ahead and pluck him and throw him in Civil War, and then this Spider-Man might not have a third one, not entirely sure yet, but Tom Holland, like they did like an interview with him, they said that he's gonna continue to be Spider-Man and he should be fine.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
I like Tom Holland.
Yeah,
I like
I
him
think
a
he's
lot.
great.
I
Yeah.
love Tom Holland. Oh my
I think
God.
he's the best to like actually do it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, he fits like the character really well.
Yeah.
Cause like when Tobey Maguire played him, he was like much older than like he's supposed to be like 16.
Right.
But
He was
Tobey
like 25, right?
Yeah, Tobey
Yeah.
Maguire was very old to play that character.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But Tom Holland was like, I mean, he was probably like 18, but like still, it's
Right.
a lot. And he looks young, like he has a baby face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he like
It's fitting.
fits. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how old is he right now? Is he like 21, 20?
Yeah, I think he's about our age.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Then we should be fine. People are like still stressing that like Sony might like give us like another really crappy Spider-Man movie, but like Into the Spider-Verse, I thought that was like one of the best movies I've ever seen, like animated, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. For
Honestly.
sure.
I'm not sure if you guys have seen it yet, but
No.
I made it,
I have.
so
oh, facts, totally forgot.
yeah. So I've seen it.
I know the soundtrack is fire, so
Oh, yeah,
that's all I
Post
really
Malone.
know.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all I know.
Literally everybody.
But
I'm excited
yeah.
though. Very excited for the future of Disney and Marvel together, and yeah, we'll see where it goes from there.
What do you about the think about the new Disney Plus streaming thing? Do you think that would? So, do all of you have Netflix?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Do you think that could take you away from Netflix?
Like a Disney type Netflix?
Yeah, because it's coming out in a few months, and it's gonna have all the Disney content on it.
Yeah, it's like taking
I
all the
mean-
Disney and Marvel stuff off of Netflix and putting it on there.
Yep.
That's
and it's
a
gonna
power
be,
move.
It'll
I'm
be
just-
cheaper as well.
Yeah. The only thing that has really enticed me about Disney Plus is the fact that Hilary Duff apparently is putting out more.
I love her.
Right? That's who plays Lizzie
Wow.
McGuire.
Yes.
Or yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently Lizzie McGuire is coming back on Disney
As
Plus
like a, yeah.
as like a show. Yeah. That I think that could get me.
Like they're gonna like redo it, like.
Yeah,
like-
that's what I've heard.
Oh, wow.
Or maybe they're just putting it on Disney Plus. Like how they did with Drake and Josh on Hulu.
I've heard they're
That might-
revamping it though.
Oh,
Like,
they are.
doing
They're totally
it, yeah.
revamping it.
And then also I've heard like Princess Diaries too, maybe.
Ooh, yeah.
Which is like
Yeah,
you
see,
know.
those could get me.
Yeah, like
Those could
I
get me. Yeah.
I would pay for that probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's like everything. Okay.
Yeah, I think their the target audience is like our
Right.
generation.
They know
because,
what
like,
we want to see.
Yeah, they know
Yeah.
that we grew up with all of that. And
Yeah.
if they have everything from our childhood on one like platform,
Yeah.
we're gonna pay
They got
for
us.
it. You know? Like they got
Yes.
us. Like yeah.
We're going to pay for it. Yeah.
Would you be willing to subscribe to both though, or would that be too much?
Okay, let's be honest. Do you guys like actually have your own Netflix accounts? I just like use my roommates.
I don't
I
even
mean, I
have
use
a
my
Netflix account.
parents.
my
Period.
family, my
Okay.
family has one, so
Yeah. I think as
I'm
soon as
good.
I'm out of college and my parents officially cut me off of everything, including their Netflix.
maybe.
Oh, they will.
Oh, okay.
They haven't yet. I've still got that
oh.
profile, but they will. They will. Maybe I'll just get myself just a Disney Plus account and I won't have Netflix anymore. If it is cheaper.
I
Yeah.
was about to say, are like the prices out yet, or is it still
Disney's a lot cheaper.
Wait, like how cheap we talking?
I think like $4 less a month or something like that. It's a good bit.
Oh, I mean, okay, you got me, and then like
Yeah.
on top of that, like all the little Marvel series and everything. So
Mm-hmm.
shoot, okay.
I mean, yeah, Disney owns a lot.
Yeah,
Like, I
they
don't think
really
we realize
do.
how much they own.
Yeah.
But I feel like if they do have this platform, they're gonna need to start making like the Lizzie McGuire stuff. They're gonna have to start making their own content,
Right.
Like and keep doing it like regularly, so
Yeah.
they keep people on it.
Yeah. Because Netflix original content has been really,
Really
like,
solid.
moving up.
Yeah.
You know, like Bird Box, that was a huge hit. So
Yeah,
if Disney Plus
Stranger
could be
Things.
making original, Stranger Things.
Yeah.
They're making original content. I think Disney Plus could really be a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
We'll
the
see.
thing then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
the
then-
the future will let us know. This is the morning app.
The Morning App on 90.5 WASU. The Morning App on 90.5 WASU and WASUradio.com.
That's the voice of Kristen Copelandberg.
Yes.
Yeah, she graduated like 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
So
we need to remake our
so we need to
stuff.
Yeah, no, she's working in Raleigh now.
Yeah, she's working at 101.5. Makes 101.5.
Killing the game. She's the traffic director there, right? Or
She is. There's 2 different stations that she works with. One is called The Station, and I can't remember what the...
That's
what
good
the numbers are.
marketing.
Yeah,
good.
that's
Yeah, it's called The Station.
That's like
which is
Channel
cool.
96.1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's doing great. Yeah. She's killing the game.
All right. Well, for the people currently in the game, as in ourselves, trying to get a job, I was going to class the other day, and I had like an hour to kill, so I pulled out my tablet and my little wireless keyboard, and I was doing dorky stuff, you know, sending emails. Actually, the big emails went to all the entire staff that was sent when I was sitting in a hallway on the floor drinking a Pepsi. But
We love that.
so I was sitting on this bench, and I have a smaller frame for someone who's 6 feet tall. Well, a guy with a bigger frame for someone who's 5'3" showed up and sat right next to me. I mean, this is like a Seinfeld segment. I'm sitting on the end of a very long bench, and it's like he had to choose to sit right next to me. And I guess he was nervous about something. This was the second day of class, so I guess the second day jitters.
Right.
I don't know. And he just starts bouncing his leg up and down. And at first I'm like, you know, whatever, maybe he'll stop. It didn't stop for like 10 to 15 minutes.
Oh, God.
And it eventually got to the point where the bench was bouncing substantially. And I was like, that's what it felt like. I actually, I get car sick fairly easily. I legitimately started to get nauseous. And I was like, what do you do? After about 10 minutes, I just left. I moved to somewhere else.
Right. Like,
You
does he
can sit
not
on the
realize
other
that he's
side of the
moving the
bench.
whole bench?
The whole bench is moving. It's like it's like 6.0 on the Richter scale. All right.
Oh my God.
Would any of you have the guts to be like, hey,
Man, that's the
would you
worst.
say is there anything you could say, or would you just have to suck
Right.
it up?
Like, I've been in that situation so many times.
Well,
Because
like
even if
shaking
I
leg
ask them, like, very...
I've never been in
Well,
that situation.
Oh, really? You've never been in that situation where people are
Oh.
shaking their legs and
Oh,
you
I thought
can
you meant like
feel
literally
it?
like a mirror image of that situation. I was like,
Oh,
like
no,
just
no,
shaking your
no.
leg on a bench. I was like, okay, wow, this is very common thing around here. Just shaking
What happens
leg
to me
banding.
always, if you guys have been in Peacock, like the business building, how the desks are one long table and the chairs are attached to the desks.
Yeah.
So if you're shaking your
Oh,
leg,
then
the
you're-
whole table across the classroom is shaking. And I never know. I mean, how do you ask? If you don't know the person next to you, I don't want the first thing out of my mouth to this person be like, hey, stop, please.
Stop moving your
shaking your
leg."
leg.
Just chill out, bro.
Yeah. But I'm like shaking trying to write my notes. Do they not see that I'm struggling to write my notes right now? Like, stop.
Kiera's
like,
just grooving in her seat. She's like, getting through class today.
I'm loving this. Yeah.
Great beat going on right now.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, okay.
Yeah, I can't say I'm the person that shakes their legs. So like I
Oh,
can't
okay.
say I'm that like I don't notice it or like it's just like a thing that I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like
I mean, same, yeah.
yeah, like I just like do it like it just happens. Like it's just my energy coming out, I
Right.
guess. But like it's just jumping out, I don't know.
Yeah.
But no, like I don't think I've ever had to ask someone like stop moving their leg.
Yeah.
But maybe that means I'm on the other side of this. So like I don't know. Sorry for everyone.
Yeah,
On
you're the
behalf of
person we're
everyone.
talking about now, I guess.
We've totally broken Justin, just for the record. I know you can't see this.
What do you mean your energy's coming out? Like,
He's so confused by all of this
Like
right now.
nervous energy. Like I, you know what I mean? Like
No, I get
some
it.
people like just like twirl their hair or whatever,
Yeah.
and like I just do that, so I don't
Oh.
notice when it happens.
Yeah.
It's just my like
I do it too.
That's
It's
not
a
a
pretty
weird thing to
small
say.
scale. Yeah, I do it too though. I know what you mean. It's like
Yeah.
it's hard to sit still.
Yeah.
So you just kind of shake your leg or you
or when
flip
you're
your
like
hair.
preoccupied, you just don't notice it.
Right.
Like you're just
yeah,
thinking too hard or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why is it so
Yeah.
funny?
I think
don't
there's
know
definitely
why that's
times when I
funny.
like don't notice when people are doing it. It's just there's been so
if it's
many
obvious,
times
yeah.
where the whole table's shaking.
Yeah, that's a lot.
and I gotta go. I gotta step out or something.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people have actually been in that situation before.
Would any of you have the guts to like look someone dead in the eye and say, "Stop doing that"?
I mean, I wouldn't say that exactly.
Like in a nice way?
Yeah, I'd be like, would you mind?
Stop.
Yeah, like,
Please.
they're nervous enough already.
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey, just chill out, man. Like a nice voice or something. But other than that, nah.
If I knew I was never going to see them again, maybe. But if it's the person sitting next to me in class, probably
Every single
not,
day, and it's
because
the
I'm going to
first
be
day of
seeing
class?
them every single day. Right. Yeah. But
you
if
have
I
to
knew
think about
confidently we will never cross paths again, then I will happily look them in the eye and say, please stop shaking your leg. And then just get up and leave.
Please stop.
Yeah, like pretty politely.
Please,
I would do
get
it
some help.
politely, but passive aggressively at the same time.
Excellent.
Oh my gosh.
Well, we're working on like our confrontation skills, I guess, right now. We're doing great. This is it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm proud of us.
You have to be able to confront people, right, as you move on in life.
Sure.
Yeah.
Or you can just avoid everything for the rest of your
That's kind of how I go. That's kind of how I
my
live my life.
go-to. I just avoid everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it is true. You have to like know how to like talk to people without like feeling bad about it, and also without like offending,
right,
like a reasonable person. You know what I mean?
Right. It's about finding that perfect balance between
like, hey, would you mind stopping?
Right. Yeah.
Like, I don't know. That sounds weird, right? But like,
yeah. Like you don't want to
hey.
be too nice, because then they'll just walk all over you, and they probably won't stop anyway.
You'll be like, oh, sure.
Yeah.
Like, you guys like smiling while doing it? Like every time you guys say like stop, you're like, stop.
Stop.
Well, no, it's not like
it's
not like that.
Maybe that's like your way of like dealing with situations. I don't know. Maybe I'll probably do the same thing, honestly, like out of like nervousness to like,
You'd be like,
talk to some stranger.
I mean, if you're saying like you don't even notice when you're doing it, so
yeah, I
wouldn't
do
be
it all the
surprised
time.
if I
and
say stop and then they just keep doing it because they don't even realize that they're doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are you guys like self-aware of this stuff? Like I usually
Well-
like stop myself if it's like a seriously like quiet classroom. I'm like shaking and it's like, oh wait, is that me?
If
Okay,
I'm
I'll
like
stop.
truly not aware of it, but someone draws my attention to it, I'll stop and I'll be more aware of it.
Oh.
But if like that's like what like the whole point is. Like I feel like a lot of people just don't realize they do it, and then like if you don't say anything, they just still don't realize. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But if you're like, hey, like can I like write
Yeah.
this without, you know what I mean? Like they're like, oh, sorry,
Yeah.
and then they'll stop.
Yeah.
Because usually that's like, I don't know, common courtesy to
Yeah.
to stop shaking your leg if someone
Right.
asks you to.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I have
Yeah.
like a weird thing that I've never noticed that I did until probably 2 years ago. But when I'm using my phone, I tend to like spell out words with my fingers, like in the air.
Oh.
And so many people have noticed, and they think that I'm texting. So they are like, Kiera, you know you're not actually touching your phone right now. And I just have to tell them, oh, no, it's just like a little twitch I have. It's just a little thing that I do all the time with my fingers. And they're like, well, it's kind of bothering me. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll stop.
What?
I'm sorry.
What? Like,
But yeah,
no.
it's stuff like that. I'm never aware of it until someone calls it out.
It just happens.
and
Yeah,
then
like you just.
I'm like, oh my God, I've been typing on a fake
Air.
yeah, on air. Yeah,
That's funny.
pretty
Sorry to
embarrassing.
hear that. Oh my god.
That's a real 21st century issue right there.
I know,
That's-
right?
Yeah, I'm like,
You're inventing new twitches is what you're
Yeah,
doing.
a texting
Self-addiction?
Twitch. Oh
Question
gosh, isn't that sad?
I mean, a
My
little
fingers
bit,
just
yeah.
automatically are like texting when I'm not even using my phone. Ooh,
That's a whole nother segment on self-addiction, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
We can talk about that later, I guess. I hope it's not like an actual addiction.
yeah. I don't know. I
Okay.
hope my parents aren't listening because my mom's always like, I tell you spend too much time on that phone, Kiera.
Honestly, she's like, cancel the stream like right now. Gosh.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeez. Yeah.
We're very well prepared here for our first show. We really have no idea what we have to do here for the next 30 seconds before we go to break.
Yeah, but we're doing great.
Oh, yeah.
We're good.
Maybe I can just play super long song.
We could just
Oh,
play a
true.
super long song. Or we
Okay.
could talk
Bohemian
for
Rhapsody?
What? Bohemian. That's a little too long.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Am I
maybe,
saying it right?
Maybe not.
Oh, no?
Bohemian.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Hey, look at what
Sing.
we've done. We can end. This
How
is
about
the
this
morning
one?
app.
The Morning App on 90.5 WASU. And now back to the morning app on 90.5 WASU.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It keeps on clunking. Actually, I do know what I'm doing wrong, but I'm just going to say I don't know.
Okay.
Morning app, I'm Loopy. We got Justin, Kiera, Lexi, the new crew for 2019. Hope we're not failing too bad this morning. I know mentally I'm like 20% here.
Yeah.
But recently, something that's been happening on campus is we're in the rush period for fraternities and sororities.
Right.
Last week I was trying to say fraternities and sororities, and I said fraternities and
Yeah, what you said,
What
like
did I say?
sororities.
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 That shows how much I'm into that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Kiera, you witnessed some stuff.
Listen, it's crazy. I work at the student union. That building over the summer empty during sorority recruitment time. It's filled with hundreds of girls dressed the same. I'm like, man, I can't even tell a lot of you guys apart. But yeah, so I'm working there, right? The student union, I just work as an operations assistant. I'm just setting stuff up. And I go into the Cafe Cascades, if you've never been there. And I hear a group of them talking about how, like, we can just get coffees. Like, coffees will hold us over for a while. You know, we've only got to be here until 10 p.m. Like, it's an all-day thing, all-weekend thing. And I go back into the office. I'm telling these people how I just heard girls talking about how they're just going to drink coffee today. Like, that's just going to be their meal, I guess. I mean, not even 10 minutes later, I hear about someone passing out in one of the rooms. And I was like, oh, is it one of the girls, like, recruiting, doing sorority? And they're like, yeah. She said she hasn't eaten anything all day today. She just got nervous, overwhelmed. I was like, man, it's the coffee girl. It's definitely the coffee girl. Talking 5 minutes ago how she hasn't eaten anything yet. I feel bad for them. I'm like, girls, you can eat. You can eat before you come. You got to be ready mentally, physically for this long day. It's a long process.
Yeah.
Sorority recruitment.
It is. And it's like a whole...
It's like hard work, yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean, they're doing a lot. Yeah. And hearing that, like, they're just drinking coffee throughout the day. But yeah, and then not even 10 minutes later, this all happens in my 3-hour shift. Another girl passes out. I mean, it's crazy. Like, what's going on? And App State, I mean, I was just talking about how App State is not even... we've got a really great fraternity sorority life here at App State. I mean... it's really chill, you know. They do recruitment. There's like no hazing and stuff. I mean, it's a really great organization, FSL. But yeah, I mean, I think it was the whole weekend of recruitment was crazy. I can't believe girls were passing out, just one after the other, essentially, while I was working there.
Yeah, that's
did you guys like call 911 or do you guys just like resuscitate them somehow? Like, what do you mean?
So
Wait,
I'm not
that's not the word.
Well, yeah, they didn't have a heart
resuscitate.
attack.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So I didn't do anything because I'm not like a supervisor or anything. I was just sitting back. But all the supervisors, you know, they were calling campus police, making sure there's like a whole protocol. But I mean, it was handled really well.
Good.
It was fine. They ended up being fine. I guess I should say that they were fine.
Yeah.
I felt bad for them though, but
I mean, it was probably like dehydration more than
yeah,
anything,
I would say.
and like not
just the
having
stress of
high
the
blood
environment.
sugar because
Yeah.
So why is it so stressful? Aren't you just sitting down, just learning the history of like your sorority and stuff?
No, I mean, I think it's like the whole process of trying to get in the
They're getting
sorority that you
picked,
want. Yeah,
like,
you're
the
getting
entire
picked, so you're
time.
doing
Like, you're-
interviews. Yeah,
it's like a first impression, but like the entire time is a first impression. So you're
Yeah.
like
Oh.
constantly on, like as your
Yeah, you
as
gotta
your
like
best
really
self.
fuel
Yeah.
your body for that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
Yeah.
But if you're only drinking coffee, that's like crazy to me.
Right.
I mean, I don't drink coffee. I don't like it, but like
Yeah.
I can't imagine not
Yeah.
eating for a whole day. Like
I know. I felt bad after almost too
Oh my
because I walk
God.
in the office and I'm like, these girls are talking about just drinking coffee today, and then they pass out. It's like
Oh
I
my
almost
God.
feel like that was my fault or something.
No.
I talked about them
God,
drinking
it's crazy
coffee.
that they like had anxiety about that. I mean, I feel like App State, like you said, is just like very chill compared to like big name schools like
Yeah.
Alabama, like USC.
big, yeah.
Yeah.
You said that your sister goes there, right?
My
does she like
sister
rushing?
goes to South Carolina. She just started this year as a freshman, and she's not rushing, but she like has definitely seen all the like rushing stuff,
Right. Yeah.
and like it's crazy big. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy.
What'd she think about it?
I mean, right now she doesn't really have an opinion. She doesn't really know many people yet, so I'm sure she'll like make friends with people who are in sororities and frats and stuff. But I mean, she just told me like how like it's a huge thing,
Right.
and it is like that, like all like in a lot of southern schools at least, like it's huge,
Yeah.
like very very huge.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we have a pretty large percentage of our school population that's involved in fraternity sorority life. I know that, but like at schools, I mean, I've had a friend who transferred from Alabama and then came to App State, has been involved in Greek life in both schools. The difference is crazy, is what she said, just size-wise.
Size-wise,
houses and like where people are living and stuff.
Well, yeah, like UNC, they have like a whole like street dedicated to like
Right,
sorority
yeah.
and fraternity houses, and we don't really have we do have houses.
Yeah,
here,
there's
but,
like some interesting rules about that.
Yeah, like you can't really be on campus, but you also need to I don't know. I don't really know. I'm not an
Yeah, I
expert
guess
in
how,
any
like,
of this.
UNC Street might be Oak Street, maybe. Other
Yeah,
than
yeah,
that,
yeah. There you go.
Our fraternities and sororities are like very spread out, like throughout Boone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's really different. So
yeah. I feel like that might be good. I mean, just the size of Boone. If they were all on one street, one of our
Take
3
up the
streets.
Oh my gosh.
One of the 3 was like a fraternity sorority street. That might be a lot. That would
Yeah.
be crazy.
Yes.
Might be so. It might be better.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah. I think Greek life app is. I think it's really cool to get involved in. I think personally for me, it's just not my thing. But I think it's really cool seeing all these people with all this energy running around the student union.
Oh, yeah,
and,
definitely.
Yeah. And like their philanthropy, I think the service that they do is really cool. So yeah, it's I really respect it a lot and everything they do at App State. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Just don't pass out, please.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh, I
take
know.
care of yourself.
Yeah, please.
Eat.
This goes
Eat
for
food.
anything. If you're gonna be waking up early in the morning for us too, for the morning app, we got to be eating food. So I don't want anyone passing out.
Yeah.
Doing anything stressful, interviews, anything like that.
Yes.
Facts.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I got a something that just popped into my mind. Something else that I saw this morning. I live really close to here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I live in like the penthouse of the building, quite literally. And so I have these massive windows I can look out. And
Nice.
I overlook an parking lot, which is something that's rare in Boone. And because of that, what I usually see every morning, including this morning, is a guy in a small white compact car who gets out and gives people parking tickets because they have been in the parking lot.
Oh.
Would you be able to live with yourself if your radio career failed and you had to give
Give out
people
parking
parking tickets as a job?
He's
I
like
mean-
listening right now.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, no. I don't think I could. That's you're just like ruining people's days. Like,
Right.
how much are those tickets? Like 30, 20?
They're pretty
Sometimes
expensive.
more.
Yeah,
I
it,
think
it depends on the parking lot and
The
the infraction and all
violation.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. Mm-mm.
full-time gig, no way. Maybe if it was part-time and I was still a student and I still had hope.
But still, like the entire town of Boone like hates you. Like there's
Yeah.
only, like I said, there's only 3 roads, so like everybody knows who you are. You're like, "Ah,
Exactly.
there goes Justin Lundy over there.
Yeah.
Another ticket on the car.
It's like he's got his little notepad out.
Yeah.
Taking names.
What are they called? Parking ambassadors? What a fancy name
Oh,
for
yeah.
just
Are you being serious?
meanies.
Yeah, I think
They're just meanies.
Is there like a hierarchy or something? What do you mean ambassadors?
I
Like,
don't know. They wear these bright yellow vests, right?
Yep.
I mean, I would not want to be that easily picked out of a crowd, wearing these bright yellow vests that say parking ambassador. Because then you're targeted by people who hate you from far away. They can see you,
That's right.
Ooh.
you know?
Yep. And you walk down King Street just looking at all the parking meters,
Yeah,
looking to see if one's expired. If there's a car, I couldn't live with myself.
I couldn't either.
No.
Man, one
I mean,
time
it
I
wouldn't
got...
be the worst job in the world. Like
Yeah,
you could
yeah.
have it a
definitely
lot
not
worse.
Like what?
Like
Are you
No,
sure?
there's definitely worse things.
there's definitely
The
worse
pressure of
things. Like you
thinking
could
about it.
like
you know,
What's a
What
more
about-
evil, legitimate job than
Okay.
getting parking tickets?
I feel like that's pretty evil by itself. Like,
Well,
I'm
you-
ruining people's days, but I don't know.
I mean, yeah, but like you just have to think about like also I don't know, like what do you want out of a job?
Right. Money.
Yeah. Like if it's just money, then you can do any job. But if
Right.
you want like like people have their own talents and their own like catered ways of doing things. Like if you
Right.
I don't know, no one I don't
I mean,
know.
if you're passionate, if you're really
If you're
passionate,
passionate about
giving
parking,
out
You have a
tickets.
passion to find people for parking in a non-overnight parking spot.
Yeah.
Well, also, are they, like, is there, I guess they might be paid by the hour, but, like, do they get any incentive for giving more parking
They've
tickets?
gotta, right?
What if they got commission?
If they got commission.
Like, think about it. Like,
$5 for every parking ticket
Yeah,
they give
like-
out. Man.
I don't know.
Ooh, brutal. Yeah, what if it was based off a percentage? So you'd raise the
Oh my
raise the
gosh.
fine, so you get a
My
few extra
gosh.
bucks.
Oh my god.
That would be
That'd be very
Absolute
bad.
evil.
yeah.
But no, I can't think of another more evil job that's legitimate.
Evil, yeah, no.
Well, I just would not want a job where if I had to deal with confrontation all the time, I would be too stressed out.
So you wouldn't be a bouncer at a nightclub?
I mean,
I can't picture you being a bouncer at a
No.
nightclub, just saying.
I mean, I wouldn't hate it, but I mean like confrontation isn't like, I don't know,
yeah.
like you would feel bad confronting someone. Like if someone was
Right.
to confront you about like
Right.
their parking ticket, I'd be like I'd just be stressed out about it.
Yeah,
I'd just be
you're
like,
like,
well,
"These are the
sorry.
rules, I'm sorry."
Yeah, like it's not my thing. Like I'm just doing
Yeah.
my job.
Right.
And then that's your only defense. And
Right.
they're like, blah, 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 like, blah, you know, you get yelled at all the
Right.
time.
Yeah.
That would stress me out too much.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
not like you're a police officer,
Yeah.
you know?
You don't
Yeah.
really have authority.
No.
You just have
You're just
the
making
the
people
paper
pay
and the
money.
pen.
That's basically it. That they don't want to pay.
Right.
They're paying money that they don't want to pay.
yeah.
And that sucks.
And it's such like the infraction of parking in a place you're not supposed to park is such an innocent, you know, like
Yeah.
such an innocent crime that I would just feel so
Innocent
mean giving people parking tickets, you know, like
Yeah.
speeding. I can see why that's dangerous.
Right.
Yeah.
Parking where you're not supposed to park. I just feel bad for giving people tickets, you know.
Yeah.
Right. Well, especially in a town like this where parking is a
Parking is a nightmare.
primo.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you want to legitimately park, you got to pay.
Like a parking space is like gold in Boone.
Yeah.
It's worth so much.
Yeah.
Is that really?
It's so
Well, I think my
valuable.
parking space is close to $1,000 a year.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy. I mean, there's so many
insane.
places around Boone too making profit off of selling parking passes to students who can't afford the on-campus ones.
Yeah, really.
It's like a whole nother business that's going on in Boone you don't even really know about. Yeah,
It's not pretty.
it's not.
No. And we just completed the new parking garage up by the stadium.
Oh,
That opened
yeah.
the day before school started, which was the deadline.
Mm.
Didn't increase our parking. It just replaced the parking that went away for the
Right,
building.
yeah. Yeah.
They could have made the parking deck 5 or 6 stories tall, but they made it 3. Just
Yeah, they could have made
just
it.
'cause
There
that
might
was the
be there
time,
might
right?
be like laws and stuff like
I
local
don't
stuff
know.
about that.
I don't know.
Ah, man. Laws.
I mean, we
law
are
of
in a
Boone.
valley in the middle of 2 mountains, so
True. That's quite
anyway.
cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're the morning app. This is the crew for this coming semester. Give or take a few days where we'll get some people in and days where I don't wake up by accident. That's Lexi. We got Kiera. We got Justin. I'm Loopy. This is the morning app.
These crazy college kids, they don't know what they're talking about.
The Morning App on 90.5 WASU.